Welcome to iCreate's unboxing of the brand new iPod Touch. It's the first new release since 2012. Apple released it a little bit on the sly, but we've got our hands on a unit and let's have a look what's inside the box.
So as you can see, it's the traditional Apple style of boxing. It's very minimal, looks nice, the usual affair. So if we take out the device, underneath you've got the usual instructions. A charging cable for Lightning and USB, and then the normal Apple EarPods. This one is the blue variant. There's 5 different colours. The version we've got is the 128GB version, but you can get them in 16GB, 32 and 64.
First thing we do is we're going to turn it on. We've actually already set this up, so it shouldn't take too long, but the setup procedure is exactly the same as a new iPhone, so you can set it up as a completely new device, or you can restore it from a backup, just from iTunes or iCloud. When we eventually see the home screen, we'll notice that it is iOS 8. It comes preloaded with iOS 8, which will be, of course, able to upgrade to iOS 9 when it comes out in a few weeks' time.
We hope.
The new iPod has all the default apps you'd expect to see on an iPhone, so it's one of the best things about this device. It is as powerful as an iPhone.
Pretty much, yeah.
What sort of processor are we talking?
So the new iPod Touch has a dual-core A8 processor. So that's pretty much on par with what you'd expect to find in the iPhone 6, which means it's an absolute pleasure to use. It's really fast, really nimble. And then if you look on the back as well, there's a iSight camera, which is 8 megapixels. So that's the same as the iPad Air 2. So you could be able to take decent snaps as well. And as ever, you've got the front camera for FaceTime and video calls, all that sort of stuff.
So it is effectively an iPhone without the capabilities of traditional texting and phoning, although you can iMessage through messages and you can FaceTime as well. So it's quite a device, this. It comes preloaded on the second home page with keynote, numbers and pages. So you've got all your productivity tools there. The screen is a 4-inch screen. So it's the same as an iPhone 5 or 5S. So it is noticeably smaller than, say, an iPhone 6, certainly a 6 Plus. As Ollie mentioned, the processor on it is the same level as an iPhone 6. So as far as a gaming device, the iPod Touch is super powerful. So obviously it has access to the App Store like an iPhone does, so you can access all of those high-power games that make the best of the chip and the processor.
Yeah, I think the 16GB version, which is the base model, and that's £159.
Which, when you compare to an iPhone 6 at £600,
yeah,
that's
I think even the most expensive model, this one, the 128GB, that's just over 300. So it's still pretty well priced, especially if you've downloaded a lot of albums or you're kind of heavily invested in iTunes. There's a lot of storage on there for you to use.
Yeah, that 128GB is an awful lot of storage. One other thing to note is that Apple Music is fully loaded as standard. With the new version of iOS, so you have, for the first 3 months, you have free access to Apple Music, before you need to pay for a subscription, which starts at $9.99 a month, $9.99, goes up to $14.99, $14.99 for a family sharing option. So yeah, that's just about it, really.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
I think that's pretty much covered it. So if you like this unboxing, we've got plenty more videos in the pipeline. So it'd be great if you could subscribe, maybe like this video, and we'll have more videos for you soon.